Men blaze their own path is a philosophy many men espouse, despite the claims of the MGTOW Association. If you're also going your own way, you've probably experienced many benefits, such as greater freedom, detachment, self-control, and more. However, some men still do not believe that this lifestyle is beneficial. What is the actual goal of MGTOW? What is the ending? Lonely and bored? Dark? Yes, we're not going anywhere. But this question inspired me to make this video. So today I'm going to explain where MGTOW is going. I am sure you will fully understand. Stay tuned guys, as I'll clear up any questions and concerns you may have. Let's start with the video. First, let's understand the basic principles of MGTOW. Most of you are probably familiar with MGTOW's statement, but let's take a quick look. This is a requirement of personal responsibility, and modern people must first maintain and protect their sovereignty. It is the embodiment of the word no, the gushing, stupid, prejudiced, and cultural definition of what one does not seek from others in the social thread, refusing to bow, serve, and kneel for how an opportunity can be a one-time benefit. Treat and live according to his own interest in a world he doesn't want. Misunderstanding the self-interest part is common, but it has nothing to do with blind selfishness. We don't care about other people. Rather, it is a response to the fact that male availability is socially taken for granted. Yes, men are more prone to depression and suicide. Men tend to work dangerous jobs and are more likely to die in war. However, we are told that men are more privileged than women. I mean, society doesn't actually mention men's struggles at all. However, if a woman struggles at all, it's the end of the world. Most men who go their own way realize this and more. So a community was formed for men to encourage each other. Men are waking up to the lies that society has been lying about for decades, and the Disney moms at school are wrong about the nature of women. Well, let's be honest, both Disney and the school paint an unrealistic picture of female nature that fools thousands of men. Divorce, abuse by the justice system, and anti-male propaganda are just the tip of the iceberg. However, MGTOW is not the place to complain and cry. This is a place where men share experiences to learn from each other. There are too many people in the church who have gone through hardship but have grown stronger. So they share how they solve their problems, and the rest can learn. As the saying goes, you are wise if you learn from your past mistakes, but you are wise if you learn from the mistakes of others. Yes, people who subscribe to this philosophy have saved thousands of dollars and sleepless nights because of the sport. This is where we are going, a place of higher consciousness. Let me remind you of something important and give an example to illustrate. My religion is considered evil due to the fanaticism of many religious people. But religion itself is not the problem. The question is how people use it. If you ask someone who converted from another religion after a few years, you can ask them and find out why they made that choice. Most of them will mention near-death experiences, heartbreak, or struggle. But then they found God and lived happily ever after. There is no harm in these people. They practice their religion and get even better because they explain religion and its teachings in a healthy and coherent way. As such, they are far from paranoid and toxic. I'll be real, some men in MGTOW hate women, but they don't get the point of philosophy. While these bitter guys still get over breakups and make assumptions about women, other men are just focused on getting better. Fueled by heartbreak and fighting, they push themselves to a higher level. They did their job, and after a few years of being unwanted by women, now they're successful, they've got women's attention. Interestingly, most of these men who received MGTOW messages lived happier single lives and didn't want to be with legally promiscuous or unstable women. So another place where we are happy. Here's a story to illustrate how a good understanding of this philosophy can benefit you and where it will take you. No, it's not lonely, boring, or dark. Marrying Ward and starting a relationship isn't worth the pressure. If anyone has any doubts about this, argue with logic, not dogma. I'm the unchosen man that women used to say. When I was young and wanted to be in a relationship, I wasn't good enough for her. They want bad guys, cool guys, etc. I'm too kind, too docile, not exciting enough, etc. And now I'm finally getting to the point where I'm on my feet, making well over 6 figures and conquering the world. Guess who's interested now? All these women who once thought I wasn't good enough are now screwed up by their heartthrobs, sometimes with a kid or two. Now I am suddenly attracted to her. But considering I've gotten this far myself and the norm rejects me, I don't want to pretend to be a happy normie or associate myself with an old post-wall normie woman. I also didn't want to associate myself with a young ordinary woman trying to join my running bandwagon. Without my business location and my money, I'm basically less than ideal for them, and they're basically useless to me. At this point, they can't do anything that is fundamentally related to me. Basic connectivity is important. Women want to claim to have a fundamental connection with a man, but they do it with a man who has evolved and got to the end entirely on his own. Women don't care about men's struggles. You hang out at the finish line and pick a winner. In practice, this is just a trick. They want to make up for their fading youth and beauty with some unprobable magical crap. Even if they are telling the truth, it is tantamount to burrowing out of your presence and squeezing in like a mosquito bites your skin. The best time to start making basic connections is when you are young and your brain is still developing. Unfortunately, at this point, the woman is interested in other types of men with whom her basic bond is actually formed. If she fucks them, she will always be in touch with them. This is why pairing is a thing of the past. Now these litter boxes are finally aging with less physical attractiveness. Do you want to make a new connection with me? No, thank you. It's disgusting. It's disgusting because it's an afterthought, and only after they've turned into dumpsters. Some of them even claim that they have money, houses, supposedly interesting hobbies, skills, and want to be a necessary help in the community. Or I have a solid outsourcing option. These are the people I've worked with so far, and they have deeper situational awareness. They blend into my world like clockwork. A woman who used to float somewhere else suddenly wanted to anchor with me wouldn't quite replace it. Women cannot add any value to my life at this stage. When her ovaries start to shrink and she starts looking for an escape plan from where she's always wanted to go, a deeper connection needs to be made early, not an afterthought. No amount of money, hobbies, or skills are more popular than those I already have to do the same. Spirituality, often spasmodic, new age stuff, adult love, these are limiting concepts intended as excuses to try to balance their declining material possessions. Giving me a little affection and making me choose to be the norm in my 30s is indecent. Chad and Tyrone did this 15 years before me. Now it's not tempting to finally have an intimate partner. In fact, the idea of being a latecomer to Nori is pretty disgusting. I haven't been good enough with them so far, but now they're under me. However, women's staying power depends on men's performance. For me, the permanence of all women is over anyway, for any long-term, meaningful relationship or marriage. Yes, women's pasts matter. The past is an indicator of the present. For the sake of argument, if we think of a formerly promiscuous woman as a reborn virgin, washing men's feet with her hair, then she's still a sperm dumpster with alien DNA in her brain. Considering that I've come this far on my own while she's employed elsewhere, she probably won't get a share of my life. Now that I have seen success, she can continue what she has chosen so far instead of me. If it's her fault, she has to live with it and climb into the bed she made. I will not be their fallback when making decisions. I wouldn't have thought of it as an afterthought that she worked so hard to force herself that once her ovaries started shrinking, the clocks started ticking. Due to their after-the-fact nature, such women should not have the privilege of emotional intimacy with me. They can negotiate with the specifications they were previously interested in. I'm not going to be a second-tier leader. I won't be there when an afterthought hits. As you can see, this guy was told to get out at a young age. And now that he has the resources, he is in great demand. He doesn't think all women are like this. It is mainly related to the hookup culture and women who want to settle down after participating in the hookup culture for a long time. However, this man is well positioned in every way and lives a full life without a woman. He doesn't hate women, but reveals their general thoughts. He made his decision without hurting anyone. Guess what? He did a great job. He is in a free place, so this is where Megta came to awareness, happiness, and freedom. Of course, this is a metaphor, but you get the idea. I cannot stress it enough. This philosophy only works if you apply it correctly. As you carve your own path, you evaluate, learn from the past, and strive to be the best version of yourself. Stop protesting, looting, and rioting in the streets like feminists. We prefer to share impressions and tips on how to make the most of our lives. And this is what I see what the goal of men going their own way is. That's it for today's video. Now it is your turn. What do you think? Have you ever thought of MGTOB this way? What does MGTOW mean to you? Do you have a success story? If yes, please share. However, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I would be really happy if you can tell me if you join my opinion or not. I would love to read all comments in the video below. Thanks for watching. If you found this video useful, please click the like and subscribe buttons, comment, and share. You can also check the others' videos on my channel if you find something interesting, and also I hope I see you in the next video. Until then, like always, stay noble men.